Hey, what's up? It's summer. So happy 2020, first of all. And whenever I think about how non-consistent I am on my YouTube channel, I get into like this YouTuber mindset of like, oh my god, like back in the day Shane Dawson used to like upload 6-7 days a week, but I'm not using this for the same purpose that he's using this. I'm using this more as like just a tracker and just kind of keeping track of like where I'm at and if there's anything important enough that I feel like other people should know or like hear about. So I was watching Hitomi, I don't know how to say her last name, Mochizuki. I like paused the video and didn't even finish it because like she addressed something that I feel is a thing that we overlook a lot and we don't really give it enough attention, and that is gratitude. And that just the energy of gratitude has the potential to really manifest a lot for us, especially if there's something that we're currently looking for, or we're hoping for, or we're just trying our best to achieve that. If you're not already pre-existingly grateful for what you do have, God isn't really gonna be like eager to bless you with something better than that, if that makes sense. Like if you have a part-time job and you're really trying to get to this full-time job and you're just complaining about this part-time job and just hoping for a full-time job, and you're doing everything in your power to achieve this full-time job, like you've done the interviews, you've done the phone calls, but you're just like, ugh, about the job you're at, that can be seen as not being grateful. And I feel like it's just super important to just kind of check in with yourself and check your ego, because there's just so many things in life that we have access to just being in this country, America, and just being able to dress however we want to dress and believe in whatever we want to believe in. There's just so many things that we should be grateful for, but we're so used to it that it's overlooked. And I'm literally that person. Like today I was watching a video and I'm just like, dude, when's the last time I like held a stone that represented gratitude and realized like there's so many people in the world who wish that they had at least one stone that they could connect with and that they could, you know, program to help them become more in touch with a certain part of themselves. Like, yes, Tiger's Eye is a stone of gratitude, and I'm just like, it's this life can be so fleeting, and it's necessary to send a message to God and to yourself and to your mind that we need to stop being so entitled. Like, especially in California, all the homeless people I see on the street and just the circumstances that could be me if things weren't a certain way. If one thing didn't happen and the domino effect happened in a different direction, it could have been me out there on the sidewalk, you know? Like, it's just, this year is something I feel like holds a lot of power. Part of it being just a completely new decade, and I feel like Capricorns and a lot of earth signs, like I'm a Capricorn. Hi, I'm Summer. I'm a Capricorn sun, Libra moon, Libra ascendant. I need to study the rest of my chart. I have it all written down, like handwritten down, all the planets and how everything was positioned when I was born, but I'm not a professional at it. I don't have everything memorized. Like when things rotate daily or like weekly, I have to read up on it. Like I'm not like, ooh, Jupiter is in, you know, Capricorn, or Jupiter is in, you know, Pisces. I need to know like, what does that mean? But yeah, so personally I don't really identify as much with my sun sign as I feel like a lot of people do. I identify with my Libra more than anything on this earth. And the Aquarius in my chart is rampant, and yesterday I was just a talking machine, and I was literally in my room all day just sending voice memos to my friends, like, and that's another thing I'm grateful for: communication and friendship, and people who are just willing to listen to whatever you have to say. And like, even when there's not really a huge point, you're just like, oh, this was on my mind, this is like yeah. But what was I gonna say? Why did I bring up astrology? I lost my train of thought, but it'll come back around. But yeah, so oh yeah. 2020, the year for the year for earth signs and forgetful earth signs, because I got Aquarius all up in here. Both my sisters are Aquarius too, and both my mom and grandmother are Libra. So there's just like so many weird interwoven patterns and consistencies, and I think it's crazy because it could be so different, and it doesn't even have to be that way. Like, it's funny. But it's like, it kind of lights a fire under your butt when you realize you're in a new decade. You're like, whoa. Okay, this time 10 years ago, I was just moving to the city I'm in now, San Diego, and it's like, that's done. Chapter closed. What's next? What are we doing to make it worth it? Because time slows down for nobody, and I've learned that because I'm now 24, and I just feel like I'm still 21, and it's like, wow, okay, all right, God. But it's important to just be grateful to be alive. I never thought I would like see 2020. I didn't think I'd be dead or anything, but it's just like 2020 seems so far away. And this is a blind, by the way. It's just like one of my blinds, and it's just trying so hard to make itself present, and I'm just letting it because my room's kind of a mess. So it's just important to breathe and think about what you have and what you're grateful for. Make it known you're grateful for these things, and feel it in your heart, and don't feel like you just have to say it because like, oh, then God will see. Like, God knows your heart. God knows when you're being authentic. God knows when you're being genuine, and when you really are appreciative of something. Like, it's not a game. It's not like, oh, if I say this or if I like declare it, but you have to feel everything that you're putting out there. So feel the gratitude and have a positive attitude. Summer 2020 mixtape coming out. I'm corny. Wow. That wasn't on purpose. The last one wasn't on purpose. But yeah, it's a gloomy day. It kind of sucks. I got inspired to film this video, and I was hoping I was gonna get like some nice sun to make me look less pale. And I'm getting over a cold, so my voice actually sounds a little, it's all right, but when I wake up, it sounds like, so. But anyway, I pulled a 3 of Wands the other day. I didn't really journal it. Let me see. There's one that I did journal, and I wrote out like extensive intentions on it. Yes. So I did a monthly. So I think that's appropriate. This is my little journal, by the way. Stickers coming off. I'm just gonna take that off because that's not cute. Oh no, I hate when that happens. Purple is a very spiritual and royal color in Christianity, in just the color energy spectrum, and like, breathe. So anyway, on the 5th, I pulled a 9 of coins. I think my sister's gonna come in here. I'm filming a YouTube video.
What?
I'm filming a YouTube video. And you declared that. 9 of coins represents individual accomplishment, and the meaning, direct meaning, means independent, success, self-mastery, discipline, safety, a rich life, and fulfillment. And the reversal is instability, loss of security, deception, danger, and self-doubt. So I wrote down my personal interpretation. So direct your energy onto self-growth, mainly mentally and spiritually. Tune into the voices of love and inspiration. The season of self-doubt has come to an end. The season of self-doubt has come to an end. Identify the tools you hold for a successful year in life. Put them into practice. Do yourself the honor of overcoming this hurdle. The next chapter awaits your potential. The next chapter awaits, comma, your potential is limitless. And then I wrote breathe, because breath work is something I really need to work on, because first of all, I'm a coffee addict. I love caffeine. I've been taking B12 a lot, and not a lot, but I've been taking it like daily for the past almost 2 weeks, and I honestly feel like it's replaced my need for coffee for that extra oomph, because I'm anemic, and then like my iron deficiency gets in the way. I've also been trying to take iron because it's easy to feel lethargic and things like that, but I haven't felt that ever since I've taken B12. So now I'm just like a lot more mindful of like why I'm drinking coffee, because I don't feel like I need it as much anymore. And I got Starbucks, and honestly, I just got it for the taste, because caramel macchiatos are bomb. But yes, I am propping this up on my deck, so I'm not gonna pull anything today, but I just wanted to read that and kind of just set out, like, put a virtual immortalization of like my goals, and for me to look back on it at the end of the year and just be like, this is how far I've come. And it's great to have it on document. So our phone's listening to everything we say anyway, so why not just voluntarily put our information out there? But anyway, the intention of this video is be grateful. Just, life is hard, life is crazy. There's so many ups and downs and circles and stops and rewinds and pit stops and detours and sidetracks, but at the end of the day, there's so much to be grateful for. We're grateful to even be able to experience these things, to be able to experience the character growth and the pain that turns into something beautiful. You become a lotus after your suffering. It's not always immediate, it's not always a week later, it could be years later, but then there's always something that happens in divine timing. God has a plan for you and your life. Just don't forget that, because we get so submerged in the direct conflicts and the direct situations that are like making things hard, but there's always a reason that it's happening. It's never in vain. Nothing bad happens in vain. Sometimes you could be in your own way too. Sometimes you could be your own obstacle. This right here has so much power. Don't let fear run your life. That's something that is a huge thing for me in 2020, just for smaller things and larger things. Like, there's a lot that fear can make us not do just because the what ifs. You can't live your life full of what ifs. That just flowed out. I was about to turn this camera off, but I just felt the need to say that because it's so common and it's so easy to fall into. Like, I understand it. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, but you have to be your number one cheerleader. I promise. That's something that you're going to want to build. And also learn to be okay with being alone. Spending days with yourself, going out, going to get coffee, going to the thrift shop, going to the beach, going to the lake, read a book, meditate, be present, learn to be okay with hanging out with yourself. The goal for me this year is to become my own best friend, because that's super important. When no one else is available to hang out or spend the day with you, there's you. There's you. And that's just definitely a goal that is a lot. It's really overlooked. Like, we're so used to being on our phones. I've gone on a social media cleanse besides YouTube, you know, like that's like my TV. But besides that, like, I can honestly make a YouTube video about all of this, like, separate, but the comparison, self-comparison, self-doubt, feeling like you don't look like how, like, the freaking Jenners and Kardashians look. Like, I have the lips, but, you know, you know, this is all natural, honey. But seriously, like, it's become an issue with the more popular that social media has become. Like, it has a lot of toxic, like, side effects. You have to be able to realize the kind of person that you are and the way your brain works individually. Some people don't care about Instagram the way that it affects them, and like some people don't put a lot of energy into that, but other people do, and that's fine. Just be mindful. Mindfulness is the key in 2020, okay, and onward. So I'm gonna end this here. I could talk about everything forever. A lot of Aquarius, honey. But anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.